There was an opinion article released by, what's his face? Peter Dunne, the former leader of United Future, via the Newsroom, basically outlining that the current implosion and disintegration before our eyes of the Māori Party, or Te Pāti Māori more specifically, is a huge burden on the Labour Party. And it outlines some decent points, saying that the fact that they will have to look more on their party vote allocation if they it will have more of an impact on their party vote allocation if they win, even if they win the Māori electorates. Good, some decent points, and there's one other point that it would effectively, it is right now effectively giving fodder to the current to the national leader Chris Luxon to lever at the Labour Party, saying that a vote for Labour is a vote for TPM and their chaos. I disagree. And I think quite the contrary as to this is impacting negatively on the Labour Party. I think it's further solidifying people who don't vote for Labour or never have or may have voted once or twice in a different age and a different time, solidified their view of voting for New Zealand First. Big slap. But as a wider idea, I don't think this is the 2010s anymore. I don't. It's the same with the capital gains tax, and I don't think this is the 2000s anymore. I think this is a godsend for the Labour Party, whether or not you support Te Pāti Māori or not. I'm not really a big supporter, but whether or not, I think you need to recognise that the Labour Party strategists and Labour Party hierarchy as a whole will be licking their lips. And I think you're seeing that publicly right now with their rhetoric. They will be going in hard on those electorates, and they will be going in a fair share of the vote. Right now, as you stand, the recent poll is 38%. They are trending above, and they have been trending above national for a while now. They were trending above before the policy announcement, and they're still trending above after. They have the potential to reach above 40% into February after the budget announcement. And if that continues to above 40%, you could have a scenario. You could have a 2017 scenario. I think that's still a win for Labour. And by 2017, I mean the reverse of what happened, where Labour, the National Party got above 40%. I think they got like 44, 45% of the vote. And Labour got about 37, 38%. No, sorry, they got 37, 38 in that bracket. Currently, so there could be this funny, ironic shift next year where the Labour Party polling in the 40% in the 40s doesn't quite get in, but they are the bigger party, and what that constitutes will be absolutely astonishing, because I have said in previous videos that I think the National Party need to be very careful going into the next term if they win, because what could happen, and they will lose seats, they will lose momentum. It will give further power to their junior partners who are not as junior as they are now, right as we speak. I feel like I'm going on a tangent, but I'm going to keep going because this might be its own video anyway. What you could have yourself is a scenario where the Labour Party acts as a government in waiting for the 2029 election, I believe, where they're sitting in the opposition, all the while the National Party completely tears itself apart, because I will defy anyone that says the Chris Luxon can control a coalition partner of two, because he can't do it right now. And if he loses momentum, loses party share going into next year, the year after, it will be curtains. You already have Bill English. Oh my God, I'm looking at a Wikipedia. You already have Winston Peters completely against any asset sales. And already defying the current government. What's going to happen next term? You already have the fingers and the paws of every industry that donates to the National and the ACT Party more specifically the ACT Party, infecting the National Party, what's going to happen next term? It will be chaos. It's not the government, the coalition of chaos. That's just the saying. I don't think we're seeing that right now. I think things will go through their absolute shit if National get in again. I think, honestly, if I was them, I'd be hoping and praying that they don't, and that Labour gets in. So then they can turn the blame around to Labour and say, "Hey, look what you're doing." Blah 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 blah. You know, there's a huge fire, there's a huge crisis, and Finns aren't paid enough. That's your fault. Blah 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 blah. Will it work? I don't know, but that's what they'll do. And I think that's what they would love to do. So back to the topic. The original special mention was meant to talk about. I think either way, the current decline of the Māori Party is a good one for the Labour Party, more specifically, and it might be a good one for the Green Party, because from what I've heard, they might run. I don't know if I'm wrong. I might be wrong on this. They might run in a Māori electorate. I don't know which one, but it sounds like they might. I could be wrong. But more specifically, the Labour Party, because it gives better control. If they get into government, they just need to deal with the Green Party. And yes, they might need to deal with a smaller version of the Māori Party, not Te Pāti Māori, but they'll be in confidence to supply. Because if they're any smaller than the current seats crop they have, smaller than 5 at the most, they can't be in coalition. They won't be. Labour won't allow it. It just won't happen. They won't have the pull that they have right now. They won't have the social pull. They don't have it anymore. They've completely fumbled the ball. Everything was riding through at the beginning of last year through the Waitangi Day, the start of this year, and they completely fumbled it. Everything gone. They shot themselves in the man. This is what I agree with Peter Dunne. It's an own goal. It's a complete own goal. But I don't think this terribly impacts. This might impact in the short term negatively on Labour's chance of getting in government. But in terms of being a serious, competent alternative, honestly, I think this will only help the Labour Party's chances of being regarded more esteemingly. Doesn't necessarily they'll be in government next year. But I don't think they might not need to, and I don't think they should. If you like this video, click like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to stay up to date with any new Daily Divide content. And also follow us on Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, and yeah, thanks for watching.